sometimes the Bible writers just seem cocky to me. Like in 1 Thessalonians 3:10, the Apostle Paul's writing, and he says, night and day we pray most earnestly that we may see you again. Well, that seems cool. But then he says, and supply what is lacking in your faith. He's just saying, your faith's not where it needs to be, and I'm going to help. And I'm like, dude. But if we think about it for a second, none of us are where we want to be. None of us are the exact image of Jesus Christ. So all of us need to grow. And one of the areas that Paul seems to be saying we need to grow from time to time is our knowledge. Because if our knowledge is lacking, our faith is lacking. You can only live what you know. So the question is, what don't you know? Well, a few years back, I became aware that I didn't know the prophets, the prophetic parts of the Bible, the books of Isaiah and Jeremiah and Lamentations and all the minor prophets like Malachi and those guys. And so I spent a lot of time, years actually, spent a lot of time studying and digging into those books of the Bible. And you know what it did? It changed my understanding of God. It increased my knowledge, and it increased how I viewed things. It changed how I viewed things. Some of you occasionally get ticked off because I start ranting about how we're supposed to take care of the poor and talk about justice and the oppressed and all that stuff. You know why that happened? Because I spent a few years in the prophets and I got that view of God from there. And then I had to let that new knowledge change how I live my life. Because that's the most important thing. Just getting the knowledge and not living it, that's no good. So how do I let my new knowledge impact my faith walk? That's the question. What do I need to learn? And as I'm learning it, how do I let it impact my faith walk? Because spiritual development is a journey. And if God's not changing you, your attitudes and your actions, you're not on a journey, you're stuck in a rut. How's God changing you right now? That's your question for the day, and that's today's Jumpstart. If you like today's Jumpstart, make sure you like it. Push the like button. Also, the subscribe button keeps you up to date on what's going on. And also, if you want to, if one really hits you, you can share it with a friend. Help their day get a good Jumpstart.